Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome back to Farthest Frontier. We're picking up straight where we left off in the last episode, to be honest. Usually I'm going to have to record a couple of these back to back, so if you did leave me any feedback in episode 1, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, and we will get to it most likely in the next one. So I apologize if I'm doing something completely wrong here. I know what we am doing though. We're not picking up bodies, but I'm not gonna try and let it stress me out, you know. These folks just are happy to just be tripping over the deceased as they mill about. I'm hoping that this stockyard will help, basically, because at the minute we have our little truckie, because this is actually a thing, this storage cart. This is the cart that they came in on, and it's pretty much got everything in it. It has firewood, it has raw material, and all of this can work. And then, but basically, eventually we're gonna empty this out, and we'll use it as like a satellite storage area as we build further. But for now, we'll what's the best thing to do? I think we're probably going to come up. What do we got over here? We've got eggs. Oh no, hazelnut, sorry, not eggs. I just gave things eggs. I thought we were just going to have loads of eggs. Let's have a little scope around and try and have a bit of an idea, a bit of a plan as to how our little settlement here is going to develop. Because one thing we are going to have to start working on is some industry soon. We're going to have to start turning our logs into planks. We're going to have to start turning our stone into bricks and our leather into hides and all that sort of stuff. You know, classic sort of stuff for these kind of games. But this game doesn't like you doing that too close to their houses. They get a little bit annoyed. It's dirty. It's miserable. So we do kind of have to have districts, really, in the game, and they both serve different purposes, but we do have to have commutes between them and what have you. So that is something we're going to have to think about as we start to plan out. Is that just rock we can get? It is. That's nice on the waterfront there. So here we have a little bit of willow. It's not much. It's 8, but I do think willow grows back, which is good. Willow is useful for baskets. Baskets help people carry around more stuff. So willow is definitely something we need to keep an eye on. Over here we've got more birds' nests. We've got hazelnut this way. So I'll be honest with you, we haven't got much directly near us. But that's okay, because a lot of this sort of stuff we're going to get spread down to anyway. And we don't need so much. And then down here we've got all sorts of stuff going on. Greens, hawthorn. Okay, so we can move that way down as far as food production goes, although we've got to remember that I think there is a chance that anywhere around here we could have raiders as well. There is bad guys in this game. So how are we looking over here? What are we currently working on? What's currently happening? We'll speed up time a little. I do feel like the first speed is really quite slow in this game, to be honest with you. Priority is here on the stockyard build site. It currently requires 10 wood. I think they're just clearing the space out, right? Because there is literally wood everywhere. So I think it's more of a clearing the area out rather than needing the wood. I'm hoping this last tree here goes down and then therefore opens the spot up. Let's see. Let's see if that's all they needed to do was that last tree. I'm not sure whether the stumps have to come out. He's come back to work there. No, they're still tree cutting. Okay. They're still tree cutting. Let's bring our wagon over here a little. Is that something that's going to happen? Yep, there we go. I can move there out of the way for a moment. So, you know, maybe thinking about it, building right in the middle of the forest wasn't the best idea, because it is a little tricky to see what's going on. And obviously we're making plenty of wood, which is great, but we're struggling a little to clear out the space in a timely manner. Food-wise, I would like this first number to be bigger than this second number, which it is sometimes, so that's okay. We can have more people, and for the most part, they're relatively happy. Shoes and clothes and cleanliness is a problem. Please their food supply. So cleanliness, that wasn't something I've really noticeable. They're noticing your villagers are noticing a lack of cleanliness. Lack of cleanliness in the settlement can cause rodent infestations that lead to spoiled food or outbreaks of disease. Improve cleanliness by removing waste using compost, clearing out rats with rat catchers, storing goods in barrels, storing grain in granary, and burying corpses. That'll be the corpses then. That makes sense. That'll be the corpses. But I don't. So, deceased villager, like, is it just been so long that that there's no body there, but it still counts for a little while. Because the problem is, there's no deceased villager there. I can't see a deceased villager there even. There was one down in the fishery. It's also gone. I don't know if that's because we've reloaded the save. But I have no way of actually picking that up. I don't believe I can give the job to somebody. Let's see. Stop a minute. Come here. Who are you? You there. If I right click on deceased villager. No. It doesn't actually give me the options to move them. So maybe it's just a timing thing and they've gone away, but you know, it's still sort of fresh in people's minds. I'm not sure. Here then, we can now have raw material, so stone and wood will start getting loaded up there. That's fine, and hopefully people will be able to carry that stuff out there pretty swiftly. And we can build the other storage unit now, which is going to help us store food. Items in general, I suppose. Now, this is also pretty big. I was hoping one of them was a little smaller. A root cellar, maybe? Could go here to start storing some foods. Incoming travelers wish to migrate. 6 people have arrived at your village. They have plans to emigrate. Will you accept them? I think we do. We're doing okay on food, and we have houses for them straight away. So I think, actually, an increased workforce here is actually going to really start to help us get ourselves on the map. So we're going to put a food storage down here. That will hopefully make this make this second number go down a little bit, because it's going to help us store some food. But then we also do need a storehouse. A bustling market would help. Sure thing. So the next thing we need to work out is a market. That's fine. We're going to build more storage here, I think, and this is just going to be a sort of storage sort of hub, really, for the stuff we need. So we're going to put that there. Okay. And they're all making good progress. I'm hoping they're all sort of getting to work and figuring stuff out. We have 4 builders. I'm going to put that up to 6 now at this point. We have 10 labourers. So I believe the labourers will come and cut the wood, but it's only the builders that will do the next bit. Noticing here that bodies have gone. That body has gone. The ones here have gone. The ones here have gone. So yeah, it might just have been that we were too late. So where's the building on fire? It is a house. That is fine. They will now all stop exactly what they're doing. They will all rush over. They will all go and grab water from the well, and they will put it out. It's as simple as that. Unless there is a building very far away from a well, I've found that when they do set one on fire, it gets dealt with pretty swiftly. So we're okay there. Cholera and dead. Okay, well, it is what it is. Our food storage is now done. So this doesn't actually require anybody to work in it. It's just that now food will get stored there. So what we can do at this point then is come over to our little wagon that we're dragging, and we can say, don't store food here now. From now on, we can't empty these nuts. I don't believe. I think we can. Oh, we can dispose of them. I don't want to dispose of them, but I'd be happy to sort of get rid of them. Is there something we can do? Storage minimum, maximum. Yeah. So we're actually going to click off that. And now, eventually those nuts will end up not being in there, but from now on, food will be brought over and stored in here, which is better. And that's going to help a lot of people out. So that's good. That went up nice and quick. I'm happy about the progress there, actually. This one looks like they're doing good. Maybe that extra little increase of people was what we needed. Villager happiness. Little low on food. I mean, we are getting into the winter, so it would have been nice to have a little bit better storage before the winter. Definitely after the winter, we're going to be looking at putting down a market, because the market is interesting. You would think a market comes down in between the houses and people would go to it, but actually it's more of a storage facility that somebody will work at and deliver firewood, food, and water to the houses nearby it. So it works a little bit differently than you would expect, and actually provides a really great service. So that's good. Here now we will store. Oh, that's just a full storehouse. So what we're going to do is actually click off food. We don't want food stored in there. We want all the food to come to the root cellar, because because it's going to just keep the food much better. We're out of food. We have no food stock. I have no idea what happened there. I guess that last influx of people has just meant that we just weren't generating enough. So let's very quickly see if we can fix that for next summer. We probably want... Oh, 3 now suddenly. Okay, that's good. We got a last little supply in there. But still, we don't like being that close to the edge. So let's go into food production. Let's get a second fishing shack on the go. We can pretty much build these opposite each other, which we will do. We'll put that there, and we'll just make sure that this one's area of influence sort of comes down this side of the river, of the lake here, and they won't really compete. There's more than enough fish in the lake for both of them. So we'll pause a moment just while we figure this out. I think it might be worth having a second hunter's hut for the same area. I think there's enough. I think this one sort of double pod of deer is enough to serve 2 hunters. So we'll put it down and we'll keep an eye on it. If it's not, we can always move a second hunter over to this way and see if we can find animals up that side. Let's have a look if there's anything over here. Area unexplored, but there's wolves over there. I mean, and there's deer over this way, or is that just... No, that is separate to this deer. So we could, if it means that this sort of pod of deer here isn't enough to handle 2 hunters, we can always move a second one over there. But for now, at least, I think we're probably okay just dropping that down here. Give us a second hunter's hut. And then I definitely think we can get away with another gatherer's hut, forager shack, because we have one over here that's covering nuts and these are nuts and berries. But I think down here is a really great spot for one. I mean, it's a bit far out, but there's just so much good stuff there. So what we can actually do is place it... I mean, what we could kind of do is probably place it about halfway. I'm not 100% sure how the pathing sort of works in here, but let's put one there. And then they've only actually got to get here to work, and then we can move the area down to there that they can actually cover. So that's maybe doable. And then as these get built, we'll just sort of rectify their target area. So we'll bring this target area down here. And then they're both sort of fishing in separate areas, which is good. This one here, again, we'll just sort of move it to cover the deer fully there. Shouldn't be a problem. We'll see whether it is or not. And then this last one is being worked on as we speak. Otherwise, roads and stuff are all okay, I think. I did see, or I thought I did see a road that was unfinished somewhere, but perhaps not. Perhaps that's okay. This one's now getting built. So the so the one hunter kills a deer, and then that's pretty much his year's work, to be honest with you. Like, I do think that's probably okay. This forager shack now, then what we're going to do is move their zone down to here. Obviously not doing much over the winter, but hopefully in the new year that will generate us quite a bit of food that way. So at this point then, I really want to start tidying up what we're actually working on. So let's do trees. Clear. Is that the clear? Right. No, not clear. Sorry. Oh, I didn't want to do that. How do we... Is it control to unselect stuff? Shift unselects it. Okay, cool. So I'm happy for them to keep working on all the sort of stone, because stone is not very common around here and we need it. But I want you to specifically harvest that section of trees there, because I really want to be able to see my village. And hopefully they'll just go on that, even if they haven't really got anything else to do. This is telling me that storage is pretty full. The guy's moving it back and forward to there, so that's good. Produce materials, firewood. Yeah, that's good. That's what we want. Okay. Buildings on fire. Again, hopefully they should just all jump on that. They're pretty good at managing that. What here do we need? The cleanliness is still pretty low, but at this point, like, there's no dead bodies around. They've all come here, look, now. They did actually make it in the end. The capacity is 7, and that doesn't count towards cleanliness, I'm sure. So maybe we do just need a rat catcher, but I don't think that's something we can put in just yet, actually. We do have tannery, saw pit, basic well. So we have those two. So saw pit and tanneries next. They're going to produce coats and planks. And obviously planks is the next thing that sort of opens a big ton of stuff. I think people were saying that they could do with some coats. It's a little low. Okay. Well, I guess saw pit and tannery is it then. And we're going to then have to come over this side. And this is going to have to be our more industrial side of things. Because you'll see here that as we try and build it, it does have a negative, quite a big negative to the desirability of the area. And what you'll see here is the percentage here above the houses. So they currently all have about a 10% desirability. We need to get them up to 30 for them to level up the houses, so to speak. But you'll see here that sticking a sawmill anywhere near them just absolutely crushes that, or a tannery even crushes that. So we're actually going to come over here, and I think maybe that even won't be far enough. Oh, that's just about okay. One more, and you could just see that last house there, bloop, just hates it. So actually just here is fine. Right next to the firewood, that's fine. So that's the saw pit. That's going to start making planks. And then also over this side, we'll put a tannery to start working up some of those hides that we've got going. That can come over here. Again, these are going to have to get placed randomly because I just can't see anything past the trees. Maybe building in dense forage wasn't the right idea. Now, I do wonder if clear... Does clear mean the trees? Clear. No, I don't quite know what it means, because I know the harvest that option there is just they cut them down. Later on, you can build a sort of proper forester that will cut down and replant trees. But as it stands, this one here is just we're gonna get rid of these trees basically. So I just really wanted to be able to see our houses. I don't think that's too much to ask, is it? Okay. So we have 3 builders there, and they're working on it. Oh, predators are attacking. I completely missed that. What's going on here? Let me see. Oh, it's a bear as well. Oh, we might struggle here. What we need to do is get our hunters on board. Gemma, please come and kill this bear. And alongside Gemma is our old faithful Loman. Loman, I also need you to come and kill this bear. So they're both come running over. Here they go. Absolute champions. And if they can take him out, that's even better. Did they get him? Nice. Actually got a bear carcass as well. That's cool. Good job, guys. Appreciate the effort. This doesn't look like it's doing anything again. Is it because I deselected the trees that were part of the build? That's my worry. Is what I'd done. Maybe that's what I did with the graveyard before as well. So can we prioritize that? Will that help? Will that get people over to it? Let's see. Because at this point, it's not the trees that we're waiting for. It's not the logs. We have 85 logs just sat there next to it. I just need people to get in there and clear it out. And every time somebody walks past it, I can't see them. There's also that there. Construction enabled. Yeah. Dirt road build site. It's just this little bit of road here, not quite built yet. Oh, he's on it. Oh, look at that. It needed one little pick. That's all it needed, was one little go. But yeah, they've just stopped here, and I wonder if it's just because I deselected those. So let's see if that's what it was. Yeah, somebody's gone straight back over there and carried on. Maybe that's what it is then. It does actually need you to know. Oh, we lost some fish and some meat. That's okay. Maybe a smoker is also on the cards for us then to help with that food problem. You know, we've got lots of storage and they'll run out. You know, this is good. These are numbers that I like to see. But we do have root cellar. There is a smoker, I'm sure, smokehouse here. So the problem with this is, again, it affects desirability. Doesn't want to be close to houses. Helps if it's near food storage, though, which is here. So we're going to have to build this on this sort of edge of the pathing over here, I think, to really get the best value out of it. So let's build it there. And that will hopefully help with the amount of food that's not wasted. But otherwise, I think we're doing okay. We've got a lot of wood. We've got a lot of firewood. That's good. We don't have a huge amount of stone, but I don't hate the amount of stone we've got. We've also got planks coming. We'll see whether or not this area gets built pretty quickly. I mean, that tree just... They take a long time to come down, eh? Let's see, we have 4 people working in here at the moment, despite there only being 3 builders, but I do think they're labourers rather than builders. I think the labourers will come in and clear the space. A labourer is just the generic job. If you've got nothing else to do, that's your role. Is you clear spaces, you level land, you carry stuff around, you get food to people and what have you. I'm pretty sure that's the main crux of the labourer job. So I'm just going to sit on this because I really want to try and figure out what this looks like and how this gets put together. So these guys, they're coming in, they're digging up, they're cutting down trees, and there they've all stopped. So how do we get this move forward? Because I feel like what's that thing? Residents are complaining of unsaturated conditions. Build a compost yard to help keep... Oh, so we do need a compost yard. I didn't think we needed it that early, to be honest. But that's fine. If that's what we need to do, it's what we need to do. Let's build a amenity and services, is it? Or is it housing? Storage? Food production? I hope it's not food production. Resources? Compost yard, it's there. We need the saw pit. Wow, okay. All right, let's do this then, because this is purely aesthetic, but this is seemingly like why buildings aren't getting built. So let's go into there now. There we go. Literally, that last little bit of wood got picked up there, and now the logs can be delivered, and the building can get done. There's the last log going in, and now it just needs some labour. That's good. So now I'm really hoping the game is clever enough to know it needs to go and work here. It looks like it is, because all of these trees they could have picked from, they've gone right here on top of this saw pit, so that's great. We'll actually prioritise it just in case, and we'll up the number of builders there, even though I don't think that really matters until it's cleared out, but that's good. So here now then, we have our... Oh, that was our saw pit. Sorry, the other one is the tannery. Oh, that's even better then, because that means that we are straight away getting onto getting planks cut, and it's suddenly opened up all of these new options for us. Baskets and arrows and cobblers for shoes and what have you. I'm not going to worry too much about most of them just yet, but we do need this compost area. But as you can see, it just absolutely destroys desirability in a huge area. So we need to really bring this down to, I mean, really out of the way. I mean, it doesn't actually matter if it's next to other buildings, but, you know, if we want to build housing here and over here, like, this is going to be a real big problem. So I'm actually going to bring it down right up to this area here. And then if we do have fields eventually over this way, I remember the fertility being a little bit better over here. The compost is actually usable to help fields. It makes fields grow better and what have you, just like in real life. So let's get some roads built, I think, because this is a bit far out. We're going to need a road here. And where can we build the road to? Right there. I would rather see it go that way. Oh, can't do that. We'll do that way. Boop. Oh, I kind of dig that. Oh no, I've done it. The road's in place. The road's in place. That's fine. Okay. A building needs more workers. We have a tannery and it's unfulfilled. Is that just because everybody has a job right now? We have no labourers. So let's go down to 4 builders again. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. Yep. Okay, we need some more people coming in, but that's okay. That's okay. We can definitely... Oh, it's already got jobs now because we've knocked the builders down. That's fine. The tannery requires water. I do think we have a labour shortage. I'm very aware. But that's okay. Add more to increase efficiency. Very much so. But what we can do in the meantime is just get a well down. Oh, that's not a well. That's a market. We do need one of those. Housing? Food production? Market, graveyard, shrine. Where's the well? Resources. Well, that makes sense. Well. We do need a well over this side because occasionally there will be a fire in this industrial area. They do require industrial water. So there's a little kink in the road here that I just think lends itself really nicely to a little well. So we're going to put that in right there. But otherwise, they'll just slowly start to make clothes. In fact, we could probably bring that down to one worker right now. Like I say, I don't love micromanaging to that level in these kind of games. Sometimes it just does require it. Here, the two of those cutting planks is absolutely fine. We need all of the planks we can get right now. And we are going to be able to hopefully build this. And what does this require? The building has periodic expenses that could not be paid, so its functions have been halted. It costs money to store shite. Well, the first place we're going to be able to generate some money is from the market. So we should have built market before compost. We'll remember that if everything goes terribly wrong and we have to start over. But yes, we need a market. So we're going to go market here. You'll see this actually increase the desirability of all of these houses, which is awesome. Let's see if we can find a spot where it gives it all of them some nice desirability. Maybe we need to move a couple of houses here for this to really work. This is going to get in the way of pretty much all of them. Like, I don't understand why it can't go there, personally. Like, that just seems to be a big open space, does it not? But it can go here. What's that look like? So if we go here, perhaps we need to move the houses to be closer to it. But it's not a bad start. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to build a market here. And we're going to relocate, which is definitely something we can do. We're going to relocate these furthest houses. Let's just bring up desirability. Is that G? So this house here needs to get relocated. So relocate building to here. They'll be much happier. And then the one that's over here. Let me find you. There we go. We're going to relocate you to I mean right next to it is probably good. There we go. And then we're our little hub here for the market hopefully works quite well. Maybe as they move these houses they'll leave the shite behind and we'll get a fresh start on cleanliness, which is now, I thought that was washing hands at spirituality. Cleanliness is now 100%. So the first bits of poo did get picked up and moved over here before we ran out of money. So we can't really begrudge that, right? Like, he cleaned up the poop and then said, you know what, you want me to keep doing this? You're going to have to pay me. Let's have a look. Food supplies. I mean, we're doing fantastic food supplies. It's really don't have to worry about that at all. As it stands with 24 people, we're having more than enough kept. We're probably making a little bit too much, honestly. It means that our workforce is pretty low because most of them are out grabbing food. But I would rather have a surplus of food that isn't being wasted than anything else at this point. So let's have a look what this market looks like once it's all put together. Wow, okay, we've just had the offer of 15 people moving. I mean, that's a nice chunk to the workforce when we're so low on labourers. I'm just waiting for the market to get finished. I think we accept them. We have all of the summer to generate their houses. So I'm going to click accept them. We instantly have a housing shortage, so we're going to pause there. And we're going to come into here. And so we have 24, so 34, so 15. So we have 15. We need 15 houses. We need 15 people, sorry, for houses. These hold 4 people, so 4, 8, 12, 60. So we need 4 of these. Look at me doing math. Aren't you proud? And we are going to start to pack these in now at this point. So let's tab this around. We can have one right there leaning onto the back of the graveyard. Don't hate it. We can have... We should... I don't understand why we can't get one in here. I just don't understand. Like, that house stops there and that house stops there. So why? Why does not one go there? Is it... Oh, slope to sleep. I completely just remembered as I came down and saw the grid. That's a thing in this game. Okay, well, that's fine then. That's fine. If that's what the rule is, that's what the rule is. But we can do it there, so I don't hate that. Hopefully we can squeeze one in here. That's good. And then we need one more on this. Oh, the slope is steep. Wow, I didn't even know. Didn't even think about that. Completely forgot that it was a thing. We'll go here on the back of the market then, I guess. That was 4, I think. I mean... There's a lot of people just come in. They're not going to be very happy, but quite frankly, folks, you've got to build your own houses. That's how this is going to work. So please get on it. Get your houses built. They should fly through these, I think. Buildings, relocation, destinations needs to be cleared of obstructions. That's fine. They're doing that now. We don't hate it. There we go. And then we do make sure they leave a bit of space here because we are going to be upping the desirability by using various pieces of decoration and what have you. And we probably do need to make sure we can get a road up to the market as well, actually. That's a really good point. I think we've probably locked this off here, unfortunately. But we might be able to go this way. I think... I'm going to let it all get built and moved around, and then we'll see. But I do like the fact that the area is starting to clear out now, but still looking nice and full and foresty. Like that's a good look, I think. The market is definitely going to be the biggest space here, but it does seem to be fitting in here as another house going up straight away. That's what we love to see. That one actually went pretty quick, to be honest with you. I was actually quite surprised at how quickly that one went up. We're getting into the rainy season, but that's fine. We're still in the summer. We still don't mind it. We have to bear in mind that we've pretty much just doubled our amount of people in the village, so we do have to really keep an eye on the food here now and make sure that we're still keeping up there. I do think next year farms are probably going to be the thing we need to look at. But maybe another forager up here for these berries and nuts and what have you might be okay. Well, let's see. Here comes the market. Boom. Superb. Your settlement requires additional housing to support a large population. I'm very aware. We are working on it right now. But there we go. We have a market in place. And Moraga is going to be working it, and she's going to be stocking it. So it's her job to basically, we'll see it happen here. Look, let's bring the time down a little bit. Moraga is here, and she's currently carrying a nuts, a milk, a smoked fish, and greens, and loads of firewood. She's going to come into here, look, and get all this stocked up. Ready? Just firewood. Okay, that's fine. But because the other stuff was her own stuff. But now it's her job to go around here and provide firewood and what have you to the people who need it. So you'll see the firewood number here go from 42. Will you? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't show her carrying the stuff. She says she's stocking market, so she's going... Oh, she's going to there to grab it. So what is she carrying now? I mean, that seems like her own thing. Okay, I don't really know how it works, but basically, she's the market now, and she sorts it out. I think what happens is that the market gets stored up with stuff, and then it gets delivered. Shelter stocking, yeah, there you go. So she's now going out and providing the shelters with the stuff that they need, and that's good. That's good. That's what we want to see. And housing-wise, we're nearly there. There we go. We now have the population space of 40. That's good. Somebody's stricken with worms. I've got bum worms. That was my bandit for you there. Okay, well, that's what it is. What it is. Let's see if we can do a road. This is going to be the tricky bit. Oops, not a fence. Getting a road to the market might be a little trickier than I wanted it to be, but I kind of love the market on the hill. Yeah, slope is too steep, but there we can go. Oh, Oh, we're not going to be able to do it, are we? My goodness. Well, I really didn't want to have to level land, and I know you can do it, but I don't know if you can do it with stuff on it. Let's find out, I guess. It just says there's 306 workers to go. Maybe they are able to do it. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe this isn't so bad. They haven't had to get rid of the buildings, and they're now all running over to do it. You want to hurry up before the soil gets too hard. Nope, that's it. They're giving up. All right, well, that's next spring's big job as well, I suppose, then, is leveling out that land a bit. But yeah, I didn't even realize there was a height differentiation, to be honest with you. That's absolutely news to me. Okay, so I do think we need to start looking at crops next year because, you know, again, the hunters are... All of these sources here are pretty... finite, you know. They will come back. I'm pretty sure the deer come back. There we go, deer sighted. Look, 2 have been generated, 1's been caught, so maybe 2 is a little bit too many for 1 set of deer, but it doesn't seem that they're for the most part doing nothing. Like he's butchering there, so that's okay. But obviously, you know, fishing, you know, maybe another fishery the side of these, and you know the lake can. I don't believe the lake has a number of fish, or if they do, it's a hidden number. So we could maybe get some more fish. But really, farming, and then eventually you can raise cattle and chickens and sheep and all of that. So eventually we'll be able to look at that too. But oh yeah, you can really see how much of a extreme difference there is now. So did they finish that? Can we now put a road in? Let's try. So from there, obstructed by building, dirt road, obstructed by building. Okay, so there. Yeah, that's the problem. Is that step there is obstructed by building, no matter how. There, so there we can go if we move this house over. Okay, so we are gonna move you 2 spaces that way, 1 space that way. What that'll look like, I don't know, because we're literally putting it over the top of each other. But we'll see if that even works. They're all running over. Here they come, everyone. Lads, ladies, we're moving this house 6 feet to the left. The gods have demanded it. The overseer of the settlement has demanded that we move this house 6 feet to the left because he didn't plan for there to be hills. All right. So now we have that market. We are generating revenue. You'll see here we have 31 gold. We got 10 from the market. And the compost yard costs us 4. So we are 6 gold up per quarter or per month or however it's calculated. So that obviously comes into play a lot later once we have, well, not a lot later, but that will come into play once we have a trading post and we are able to generate trade, which is where the game really starts to open up, honestly. Like, we're seeing, you know, some real sort of humble beginnings here, but there is actually quite a bit more you can do in the game with trading, and it does sort of get to the point where the majority of your resource gathering is done through the trade post rather than necessarily creating it yourself. So here we go. We have a housing shortage as this house moves, but I think it definitely needed to be done because now we can get a road into the market. It's going to be a long and winding road, but we should be able to get to there and to there. There we go. And now we're really starting to see the space open out. I just want these trees. I just want these trees gone here. These big trees, because there's no reason to pull them down, because there's nothing being built there, but I just want to be able to see what's happening. Okay, raiders are approaching. This is the first time this has happened. They're coming from over here. We're going to pause the game so we can see what's going on. We can't actually see them yet, but we do know that they're coming in from that way. So, the first few raids you get, you are most likely Oh no, they're out of arrows. They're not going to be much use anymore. We'll have to get an arrow being made soon. The first few times raiders come, you are going to be able to handle them with just your couple of hunters and a few other sort of folks with strong backs. So what we're going to do is make sure our hunters are both up here. And then we're going to keep them here. That's good. And then we're going to see if we can spot the raiders coming in. Can't see them just yet. Luckily, the town... Oh, this way. Okay, let's see if we can see them coming in. Here they come. So the village has been raided. It's not a large raid. It's just 4 of them. Yeah, thank you. We know it. I'll show them all how to fight. So what we're actually going to do is the hunters will already get started on the job at hand. Then what we're going to do is select everybody at this point, and we're going to bring them to here so as that they don't start engaging with the raiders until the raiders are in the vicinity of this thing, which will start firing arrows at them very quickly. Any second now. So... Oh, Gemma is just a villager. Gemma, you need to go. Okay. But now what we'll do is actually, no, we won't. We'll just select everybody and say, fight the raiders. There may be a little bit of damage here to a few of them, but for the most part, we should just be able to finish them off. There we go. They're all gone. And yeah, okay. There we go. All the villagers dead. The hunter's not doing great, which I don't love, because we don't really have a way to heal him at the moment. Hopefully he wasn't feeling that bad. I would hate to lose a good hunter. 3 raiders, a party of 7 are attacking. Oh, okay. So did the rest run off? Like, they will if they feel like they're outmanned and outshined, they will run away. Or they're out here pillaging somewhere. 1. Oh yeah, so that's they've run away. Yeah, that's actually taking me to the darkness where they've run off. So that's good. Good job, folks. Although you're losing health, so... Oh no, here we go. There's still bandits here, folks. There's still raiders here. We're going to all attack you, but you're going to come this way. Because we need them to run in and hit them, really. Like, if she turns around, she's a goner. And there's one here as well. He's waiting his turn. There we go. So here, the problem is, this is why we need your hunters, because we need those bow and arrows, but they should be able to get him. Somebody should be able to get a pick off on him. So where's the rest of the raiders then, eh? Yeah, he looks like he's probably going to get away, folks, so just you can leave him. A few of them are... Oh, excellent work. Who was this? Brynhilda. Brynhilda, the market lady, just does not take no for an answer. You come into here, you're gonna get got. Brynhilda is gonna sort you out. Awesome work, folks. Everyone's a little feeling a bit weak. I'm hoping that they recover over time. We do really need some seeking medicine. Yeah, the medicine is definitely one of the next things we need to look at. Very expensive though, medicine in the game, unfortunately. So, but do you know what? Oh, what's going on over here? Oh no, a pile of burning shite. Anybody want to put out the fire? Oh dear, we've been concentrating. Look, the guy's still working it. Dude, where are you all going? Well, that was weird. repairing a building. I mean, good job, buddy. I mean, the fire wasn't even out and he was already fixing the planks. I mean, what a legend. But there we go. We got our market set up. That's going to help fix these houses up just real nice. Let's have a look at desirability now. All desirability is sort of 16. This one's really low. So that must just be a little too close to something, unfortunately. So we might have to rehouse that one, remove that one somewhere. Village was raided, size of 7, raiders killed with 5, but nothing else happened. There we go. So that's a good start, and that happens every few years in this difficulty. So yeah, this shelter here just has way too low desirability. So let's instead bring it to this side. And hope that fixes it. I'm going to guess it's just 1 square too close to something like this tannery here, but that's good to know. That's good to know. And then what we can do instead is this little space here where we won't build houses. We can instead build a little courtyard and things like that to keep the desirability level up as we move forward as well, which is good. And then eventually this will become a bit of a sort of town square here with the market. We can upgrade the market later on, but we do need the a lot of gold. But you know, it sort of spreads out and just gets big improvements as we go. That's one thing I like about this is you don't necessarily need to have 5 markets with 10 houses around all of them. You can just have the one market for your settlements, but the market just gets bigger and better. And that's I like that in this game. A lot of these games, over in the past at least, it's, you know, the market will cover 5 houses, and you're like, well, that's not how this works. You know, the people in this sort of time frame would have walked 10 miles to get to their market probably. So villager has died. Sorry to hear it. Was not paying attention, but never mind. There's worse things that happen at sea. So here, you know, the market will eventually cover, you know, a much larger area, but you'll be able to get sort of a couple of hundred people in this area housing-wise eventually. So, and the market itself will get bigger and better, and you know, just all these things. Like the upgrade bonuses, look, it's, you know, additional workers, additional income, larger work area, increased desirability, reduced rate of food spoilage, and increased durability. So all of those things, you just gets better and better as it gets upgraded, and obviously the physicalness of it changes as well, the actual looks of it too. But we have our market set up. Our food rates are still doing great, even with that higher increase in population there. So I'm actually feeling pretty happy about this. We managed a raid, and less people have died, and that house shortage is just because this house is moving. Okay, after a slightly rocky start, I feel like we're building a decent foundation here in Farthest Frontier. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Until the next one, be good.